So this is The Point of No Return by Haken. And the message is, one of my favorite albums by Haken happens to be their first. It's a concept album about a mermaid discovered by a fisherman and sold to a circus, whose blood is the only thing capable of saving the human race from a flood resulting in global warming issues. Very apropos. Okay, we'll get the song going, and then I'm going to take this and put it in the chat. So stand by for 1 second. Let's get this going. Everybody, nice sit down and relax. This is going to be a bit of a stretch here, but always well worth it when he does this. Let's go. Already a few twists and turns. Sounds like musical theater. Both toms were a little loud. You can always tell when a drummer's doing the mixing. Maybe he didn't, but I'm just saying.
Until the ice has melted into tears of pain or fear, pure anticipation. In hope we are patient for a cry. A child is born tonight, and love has come to life.
Nice bass tone.
Listen to her heartbeat, the sound of life, an angel song, pure anticipation. In hope we are patient for a cry. A child is born tonight, and love has come to life.
I like there's a string line that's following the melody here in the back. Gives it just a little sizzle on the high end. Hear that bass turn around right there?
We can't raise this child, this precious soul.
Okay, before we go on really quick, I just want to ask you guys something, because this is what happens to me when I listen to tracks like this. I get to a point of diminished returns where I try to listen to it for something to really say, because there's so many great changes. I'd be talking every 20 seconds, really, or after every single change. But tracks like this, what they do is they create a theater in their mind. I think this is a really good example of like when a musician or a songwriter or a singer says, this song I wrote about this, you don't really know that they wrote about it, but in your mind you listen to the lyrics and you envision and you think of what those lyrics may mean when they mirror maybe something that you do to your life. In this case, this is a concept album from what Double A said, and especially the description I put there. All of a sudden, that kind of description kind of puts a thought in your mind. So my question is to you guys, when you hear a track like this, are you becoming a movie creator in your head? What does the mermaid look like? What does the sky look like? Are you getting theater of the mind from something like this in that capacity where it engages you artistically in a mental imaging process? Well, that was a lot of words, but you know what I meant. That was a nice little riffy. Or phrase. I love what the piano's doing back here. See, this is this kind of shift in the track where I'm like, where's he going? Where's he going? Little cheese organ there. It sounds fretless. It's like a chaotic conversation with all the instruments. Everybody takes a turn. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I like this. I love that little jazzy section there. Feeling a little Yes-like through here. That's what I call prog rubberneck when I go. Getting pretty bold through here. Sounds like there should be like an animated musical to this. This is crazy. Big glorious moment, explosion in the track with the background vocals, everything. Oh man, the guitar tones in this section, beautiful. Letting those notes hang out. Double A, that was definitely the kind of trippy track that I would expect for you to bring into the channel. Full theater of the mind, musical theater kind of vibe. I don't have a lot of experience with really long pieces like this as far as being able to kind of A-B them to other record listening experiences or, you know, major shows. A lot of you guys have also gone to shows, you know, that in a show this probably has an incredible impact depending on what the visuals are. Just a lot of mind-numbing dynamics and shifts in production. There's really not a lot that I can scoop onto that, except for the fact, one of the things that I thought was kind of unique, you know, if a drummer's producing this or writing that, you know, there's usually a little extra care in tweaking the drums in the engineering. A little earlier, I kind of thought and heard a couple things that are like, yeah, you kind of know if you know when a drummer, when the drummer's getting involved in the mix. I like the fact that there was just a lot of also like sparse, tweaky little spaces in there where they did that little, only four bars of this just kind of like a loosely woven jazz section, or it got really kind of weird psychedelic-y, circus-y vibe, you know, where the sounds got really clean and intimate, but got very much like they were using some of the higher mallets. Earlier on, I had said when the track had started, some of the use of some of the higher mallet things kind of reminded me of there was kind of like a go-to cartoon palette back in the 80s and 90s when I was doing some cartoon work where you always used the marimbas or these things to emphasize certain tones. But to me, that jumped out like that. But as far as the body of work, it was pretty damn sick. Or it wasn't even a body of work. It was a single track in a unique album. Where was this in the album? Like, was it in the middle, towards the end? Was it the end of the track? You know, apparently it means a lot. A lot of people have heard this track way before, and I've never heard of it because I'm not around.